a big story throughout the season has been the Connecticut Sun. Has been the Connecticut Sun. The Connecticut Sun are so interesting to me because as a team that has been habitually in the playoffs for the majority of my life, I won't even lie to you. Like,
Right.
I don't know the Connecticut Sun as a bad team often. So like
Right.
that's one thing. That's one giving kudos to Connecticut Sun, given though I think that their setup is extremely unserious. And as I said 2 episodes ago, like we was talking about the Boston minority owner buying a team.
Yep.
I'm 100% for that.
Yep.
100%
For
for
$325 million, by the way.
I've mainly been following this story because it supports my agenda.
Right.
Just know, ladies, I'm out here fighting for y'all. Against the sports ignorance. I've fought multiple WNBA would be better if they could dunk arguments. I fought multiple lower the rim arguments. I fought multiple this is not interesting arguments. The basketball's not interesting arguments. I've fought them all. Any misogynistic take about the WNBA that you've heard, I've heard, and have literally had this conversation in group chats, on Facebook, on whatever social media. I've done it. As I told you, I spent one late night arguing on our TLD TikTok about people slandering Angel Reese because I don't play about my sis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel myself well versed to talk about these things. So this has supported my agenda for a while about how the growing narrative that the WNBA doesn't make any money. Just to give y'all a brief synopsis of my take on the WNBA not making any money. I don't believe that's a real thing. I think that I know the WNBA is a subsidiary of the NBA, and the NBA is making money, so the WNBA is making money. There is no not making money when you have a parent company like the NBA. Oh, they're losing a certain amount. Every parent company takes net losses. Let me tell you, there's 32 teams in There's 30 teams in the NBA. Every team doesn't make the same amount of money. Everybody's taking a net loss. Let's be clear. Everybody's taking a net loss. The WNBA is basically the 31st franchise. They take net losses. Whatever. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Big name industries and companies like the NBA and the NFL, they're not in it for the profit. They're in it for the data. They're in it so that they can sell you more things. They don't want to just sell you an NBA ticket. They want to sell you an NBA jersey. They want to sell you these are multiple. Like, you have to understand that this is not as simple as the WNBA lost $40 million last year.
Right.
Because I can tell you, Adam Silver doesn't give a shit. I can tell you that crux of your argument is fucking stupid. Like, I can tell you that, and I will tell you, and I will continue to tell you that. I've told this to my friends. I've told this to my enemies. You get what I'm saying? It's a stupid argument. So regardless of how you feel, it's how you feel. The Connecticut Sun, all right, being sold for $325 million reportedly is a big win for the league. And the league, I'm not going to say they're trying to sabotage this. I am going to say that they're kind of being really dumb about how they're going about this. So backstory is the Connecticut Sun, I think the Mohegan tribe, I'm not sure, and I'm sorry if that's not the tribe, but I want to say it's Mohegan because they play in the Mohegan Sun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it is the Mohegan tribe. All right, so the Mohegan tribe wants to sell the Connecticut Sun, which, I mean, it makes a little bit of sense because this is the, like, in terms of, and I mean, you're into stocks now and stuff like that. I'm just talking regular business shit. In terms of, like, the stock in the WNBA has never been higher. It's never, ever been higher.
It's going to completely and still go up.
I would argue this is the best time to sell or buy.
Yep.
Because the TV deal is coming in.
Yep.
Post lockout, hopefully, and that shit is going to skyrocket. Your franchise is going to be worth $500 million almost immediately. Like, and if not immediately, within 5 years of you purchasing a team for $325 million, like, the buy-in to get into the league for expansion teams was $250. So you had Boston minority owner put up $75 extra in $75 million extra in capital, plus promises to build a facility for women in Boston because he wants in on the business. He wants in on the business. So when you're looking at these things, it's like, all right, why would, if this is a failing business, right? And this is why y'all niggas sound stupid. If this is a failing business, right? Why am I buying in at 125% of the going rate right now? All that tells me is that there's some serious money that's coming up. Like serious. Because you got Jerry Jones in the NFL, he bought the Cowboys, I think, for $50 million. That shit's worth, or $120 million, whatever, it's worth $10 million. And he had it for 30 years. Let me tell you, that growth percentage is insane. Insane. So you're looking at this, it's like, all right, man. So you got the Mohegan Sun tribe trying to sell it. The Boston owner wants to buy it. The WNBA is trying to step in because they didn't take the sale to the Board of Governors, and you can't approve the sale without the Board of Governors before announcing it. So they try to say that the Mohegan tribe, they want to nix the deal because of that. So the WNBA has offered multiple things, and they really upset because they want to kind of curate how the teams are going to look within the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want control. Cathy wants control.
Yes. Of course, Cathy wants control. My thing is this, right? All right, you want control. I would argue, and what they really wanted to do is that they wanted to give Houston the next expansion team. They want to give Houston the next expansion team. And you know, real. You get what I'm saying? Like, that would be nice. The problem is that the WNBA wants to buy the Sun to sell it to Houston, to sell it to Tillman Fertitta. He's the Rockets owner.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they offer like 300 mil. That sounds like collusion to me, or something mad illegal. That sounds something mad illegal.
That's what the Attorney General is saying in Connecticut.
That sounds extremely illegal. This is the Mohegan tribe bought this team. It's their team. It's their team. What are we talking about here? I have the right to sell this team to whoever I want to sell it to. And my other issue is that Boston is an amazing sports town. I hate Boston sports. Let's be clear. But if we're gonna talk about a passionate fan base of like, Golden State's worked. Golden State worked. You get what I'm saying? You got about 5 more of these things that gotta work. I'm not so sure it's gonna work everywhere. You get what I'm saying? Like the TV money will support a lot of this, but like I think it'll work in Cleveland. I think it'll work in Philly. I'm not sure if it's gonna work.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if it's gonna work in Detroit again. I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's gonna work I'm not sure it's gonna work in Portland. I'm not sure. Toronto.
Gotta see.
Toronto is a strong maybe because first Canadian women's basketball team in the league. I can see that. I can see that working. I can see that working, but I'm not sure. Portland, I'm not sure. Detroit, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure about Cleveland. I'm pretty sure about Philly. Boston, I'm 1,000,000% sure it'll work. They're gonna love easily. Easily. They packed out TD Garden for a Suns game. Like, what are you talking about? And we're being a little problematic. Hey, Fever, if you fuck up, Kayla Clark's going to Boston. Kayla Clark go to Boston. She brings Sophie with her too. But Kayla Clark's going to Boston. But I'm talking about in terms of like, get out your own way, Cassie. Like, this is not smart. I don't think this is smart at all. I think this is so dumb. I think you let them play Connecticut. Let them play Connecticut next year for their final season. Boom. And move them to Boston in 2027. Like, what are we doing? Like, I just think that makes the most sense financially. I think you give yourself some leeway here in case some of these teams are on the bottom end of the barrel with fucking Chicago, because that's where they're gonna be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see every team on the up and up, and I feel confident about every team except Chicago. Really, like Seattle's always gonna have a good fan base. Minnesota's gonna have a good fan base. New York's always gonna have a good fan base. Atlanta is gaining their fan base. Fever's gonna have a good fan base as long as Caitlin Clark is there. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix is always gonna have a good fan base. Like these are teams that are growing in popularity.
Yeah.
Like you have to sustain some of these things. If you can't sustain it, it's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look crazy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So when it comes to the WNBA and the Connecticut Sun, Cathy, stop being a mob.
You're not even a good businesswoman, Cathy. Not even a good businesswoman. Like, because what you're also doing is letting the players already know that the WNBA has $250 million in their pocket.
Yeah, easily.
So it's only going to further. She actually showed her hand, which is stupid because, well, for her, not for the players, because she's letting the players know that actually we do have money to pay you guys. We're just not gonna.
Yeah.
If you have $250 million to pull out to buy the team, you have money to pay your players, which is hilarious. Hilarious, and it's only going to be used as further ammunition in the talks.
I agree.
So yeah, so please let Cathy shoot herself in the foot. I actually maybe prefer this because maybe we could get her out of there sooner.